Hey guys, welcome back to the Fantasy Pavilion, your home for fantasy sport. And of course, we're back to do our team selection for Afcon 2023, the finals, our last episode. It's been a great tournament so far. Afcon has been amazing. And as the dust settles and all the teams have played their football, we now have our finals between the host, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, versus Nigeria. And our third place consolation will be the Republic Congo Republic versus Bafana, South Africa. So all four teams have done their hard work and reached this far. And now between Nigeria and the host Ivory Coast, we will have our champions, our new champions for AFCON 2023. So we have a few players, of course, a few things to think about. We have 9 transfers available. Thankfully, we don't have to get rid of much players in any of our teams because, as you know, the fantasy applies to the third place as well. So today, Congo are playing Ivory Coast, and Congo are playing South Africa, and then tomorrow, Nigeria play Ivory Coast. So let's get straight into it. Let's look at what our team looks like currently. What do we have to fix? So I still have Osimhen, I have Crasso, Kessie. Tau is injured, he's flagged, so definitely get rid of him. We have Wissa, Lukman, Aina, Modiba, Ekong, and then Passy. What I am tempted to do, obviously, maybe get rid of Passy, bring in Nigeria's keeper. He has been amazing. We've seen what they've done. Their last 4 games have been clean sheets. Can they do it for a 5th? Let's see. Congo definitely look like a team that can frustrate you defensively. Can they do that to South Africa? Possibly. Right? I may edge Congo to win that game, but it's not going to be easy. South Africa have a lot of firepower, as we know. So let's just get straight into it. Let's do some transfers. So of course, let's get rid of Tau. But to bring in who? So let's just see what the app suggests. So of course, we already have Lukman. Must have Lukman. Lukman from Nigeria, Simon from Nigeria, maybe even Iwobi, Osimhen, good show. I would even say, Ekong scored the penalty last game. Wally, I think, as a goalkeeper, if you want a really good goalkeeper that gives you a good chance of clean sheets, I think that's your guy. So definitely might go for him. I am looking at maybe now. This is where the tricky part comes in here. What I may do, I may go more I may target a third place team. That's still a team that's playing for the third place. So I might go for a South African player here. And I think I'll bring in Zwini. I think he's the best option right now for South Africa. Solid player. Definitely have a good chance for creating chances, especially now that Tau is not there. If Tau is not fit, he can do something for up top. So I think Zwini is a good shout. I'm happy with Fofana, happy with Kessie, I'm happy with Poli, Modiba, Aina. I'm very happy with this side. As I said, I may just switch my goalkeepers. So I may get rid let's see, do I have enough in the bank? Yes. And I will just bring in Nigeria's goalkeeper. I think that makes all the sense in the world for me. Especially this is a very, very important game. And he has been very, very solid for this tournament, right? In Wabali. So gonna bring him in. So again, let's look up top. Now, we saw what the Sebastian Haller did for Ivory Coast, and he said he's kind of do it in the final. So I sort of do a sideways move, get rid of Crasso. Maybe it's not a bad shout. Right now, of course, we saw McKenna. He scored for South Africa in the last game. That is why I am thinking of him. He might have been a good show. Maybe drop Fofana and bring him in, and maybe drop Crasso or drop Magapo, and bring in Haller. So at least I have my South African attack and my Ivory Coast attacks covered. That is a good shout. You may be as I said, the best players from Nigeria I think already on my team. I am not worried about that. The best goalkeepers from Nigeria, defenders, and midfielding Lukman. Maybe if you want an outside shout, Simon is not a bad shout. Solid player. You can look at him. See another solid player. Well, you saw Nacho come on and do his thing. Of course, he can't go past Osimhen, but Mwabali, solid player. For South Africa, I think just McKenna, well, I said Tau is injured. Maybe Mudau, the defender, is a fullback, solid player. Modiba, wherever my team, solid player. Those guys can go up the flanks and create something potentially. So those are players to look out for. Ivory Coast players, so of course, Ivory Coast and Congo players, we could touch on them for a bit. Ivory Coast. So Ivory Coast players, obviously the top. So Hala had a good game, right? You even have Gradel, he provided the assist last time for Hala. You have Adingra, of course, Brighton asset, Kessier. Can't go wrong with Kessier. He's one of my favorite players. Wilfred Bolly, looking for a defender. If you potentially think maybe clean sheets, you never know. He's very dangerous at set pieces, as we all know. All right, Fofana, the goalkeeper, for them, not bad. And Fofana, the midfielder for Ivory Coast, is not bad either. We also Congo side. Now, if you want to try and you could bring in a few guys from Congo. Why not? It's not a bad shout because of course they are in it. They have a chance of coming third, and I see them going for it and trying to at least finish the tournament on a high. Of course, you have Whistle. Of course, you have Kalulu, who I already have on my team. You have Kakuta. You have these kind of guys. You have Ella. All right. So you have Masaku in the back, fullback. Can't cause trouble. You have Bakambu. But of course, the key guys, Whistle for me, for sure. From DR Congo, of course, Kalulu in the back. Right. You even have Mbemba. I think it's a good shout, you know. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring in Mbemba. I want to get rid of somebody. Let's do that. I think that is the guy I want to bring in. I definitely want to bring in Mbemba. I think that is good. That is my shout there. Yeah. I need to get rid of somebody. Do I make a sideways move now? Get rid of Kalu. Do I make a... See, this is the problem. Do I get rid of Modiba? Totally crazy. Can't do that. But sideways. I don't know if I want to make that sideways. I already got rid of a goalkeeper or get rid of Bolly, but just totally Bolly, solid player. He had a great game last time out. All right, let's get rid of Kulu and let's bring in him. I think that's what I'll do. That's one of my changes there. All right, so of course I'm going to start Nigeria's goalkeeper. So I'll probably be 3-5-2, maybe 3-5-2. So I've made 3-5-2, Crasso and Oshiman up top. Now I could possibly get rid of Crasso. Let's see. Possibly. Let's look at the pool of forwards that remain out of all the teams here. So of course, I already have Oshiman. You have Hala. It comes back to Hala. Now I can't play 3-4-3, but who do I drop? Can't drop Fofana, as I said, solid player for Ivory Coast. 3-5-2, I think, is it? 3-5-2. So I just have to make up my mind what I want to do. So I'll stick with that. Oshiman, Crasso, maybe get rid of Crasso. Maybe, and I could go for Bakambu of DR Congo. Maybe. Just trying to hitch my star on those kind of guys and say, well, all right, I think these are the guys that can do something. They will score because they have to go for it. They have to go for it. And yeah, possible. This is the trick. Or should I just go for Hala? Sideways move. Go for Hala. All right, let's go for it. 3-5-2. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let's save our team. So I would have already listed out a few guys. You can take a look at a few key assets, a few differentials. All right, let's look at the team. So up top, of course, Oshiman and Hala. We have Kessier, Zwani, Fofana, Wissa, Lukman, Aina, Modiba, Ikong, and Mpasi. I'm keeping Ikong as my goalkeeper, and I will vice captain someone in the third place scheme. Maybe let's vice captain Wissa. I think I'll do that. Where is right? Wissa. All right. Boom, on the bench. Right, Magopo and Mbemba. No, Mbemba has to start. Oh, but no more Diba. And this is the conundrum here. I'll only be going in effectively with one South African player. Oh, and I have to change my goalkeeper. Let's do that immediately. All right. This is the trick here. So do I bench Fofana? And do I play Mbemba? And just have Fofana as my first sub? Do I do that? I know it's crazy. But me, I think that's the best play. I want to try and get enough. Yeah, I think that's my play there. That's it there. That is it there. I mean, I could have sprinkled in a little more South African Congo, but I'm good with that. Happy with that. I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, that is me there. So definitely that is the game plan. That is what I will be doing this game week for our finals. Of course, Nigeria versus the versus Ivory Coast. So the hosts have made it to the finals, and Nigeria are there. Super Eagles trying to keep that great form. They're on a tremendous form right now. Ivory Coast are just doing what they need to do. They did it. They're in the finals. So there you go. So up top again, Usherman, Haller. You have Kessie in the midfield, Zwane, Wisa, Lukman. You have Mbemba from Congo, Aina, Modiba, Ekong, one of the best defenders in the tournament this tournament, and then Bali from Nigeria, the best and top goalkeeper. Now Williams is also pretty good too from South Africa. If you're looking for a goalkeeper shout, great shout. I think he's a decent shout as well. You can put him in your team. Another differential shout there. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. I want to thank everyone for watching, tuning in. Thank you everyone for following this series, the Afcon series. Hopefully we have more tournament series again. Sorry we couldn't do Asian Cup. Don't forget FPL. We have a lot of things coming up. Cricket World Cup coming up. A lot of fantasy, F1 fantasy coming up as well. Just want to thank everyone for coming through, taking a look. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us. You can go back a bit and pay attention to some of the names that I mentioned, some differentials there. So happy picking, may hours be green, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys, and thanks for watching.